Fire hub action here. I'm with Lacoste, Purge, and syndereN as we break down the CIS qualifiers. We are in playoff action, and it is ESPADA versus Winstrike. If you're just tuning in, you're in for a treat. It's Game 3 hype. Winner goes on into the grand finals. Loser goes to the lower bracket. And I don't know for all you guys, but some of us are a bit sleep deprived. So it's been an entertaining day so far.
That's very close to qualifying for TI, by the way.
It's
like they win this game, they just have to win one best of 5, and they're in. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yep. And I think it's relatively fair to say that whoever loses is probably favorites in the next round of the lower bracket anyway, so we could definitely see this matchup.
Who's the other? I guess there's a
Team
lot to play out,
Spirit.
right?
The Spirit and
Double
Dimension.
Double Dimension.
Double Dimension. Which I don't know how they've been playing as of
Spirit
recent.
could come back as well. Honestly, it's still possible that any of the 4 teams wins, but Double
true.
Dimension seem to have a bit more work to do than everybody else.
Yeah.
That's fair. I do want to let everyone know who is just really got that Dota 2 itch and wants to watch as much as they can. Moxie is casting South American groups on Beyond the Summit 3. Currently, you can find Thunder Predator versus Taurus. Exciting. So shout out to Moxie for covering South America, but hang here for CIS action. In fact,
That's the game that was game that was cancelled yesterday that we had.
you're right.
It's probably been
45-minute pause.
might have been postponed 4 times by now.
Yes,
I think-
because every time those guys play, there happens to be a full team disconnect. Who knows what's happening, right?
How unlucky can you be, really?
That's so unlucky for them. But luckily, we have game action here. We have a draft underway, as you can see below us right now.
The Bounty Hunter ban.
Bounty Hunters banned.
Yeah.
The respect has been earned.
There we go. And this time, FlyToMoon's first pick. So in this series, first pick has won both games, and this time there will be no bounty. The most important thing when you go into a game 3 like this is just that you identify what went wrong in the game you lost and what went right in the game you won. Not much else than that. You don't need to be super crazy or anything. Just try to narrow down to the basics. Bounty Hunter was annoying. We threw the game away.
Yeah.
And stick to your guns. Play aggressive, play fast. It worked both games. You just threw the last one.
So what would you say the dream case is? You're walking out as a team after a hard game like that, this game 2, let's say. How much percentage of time should you talk about the last game, and how much percentage of time should you talk about the next game moving forward?
Well, I think they should just talk about the
not a
second
percentage.
game after the series is done, when they have a little bit more time. Just focus on this one.
So you're saying they
That's
should be
it.
all
Like,
about the next game?
the mentality should be, this is best of 1. We need to win this.
Okay.
I think that there's definitely a little bit to take away from game number 2. Don't go too crazy. Don't start dissecting the little details. Just look at the big picture. We gave them Bounty Hunter. They've won with it 6 times in a row or whatever. That was a problem. It made the game chaotic. We threw it away. We were in control apart from that. Do that and play the game.
I think they
That's
need to
usual.
get hands on Disruptor right now. Otherwise, I think Winstrike will get it.
All right, so
Could happen.
no bounty. They took Naga. So what does that mean Emergence playing? What was that third hero?
Skywrath Mage.
Skywrath Mage is coming. Okay.
It's a good chance they pick Skywrath here. I wouldn't mind. Warlock is banned. I think it's decent against Naga. It's one of the few heroes that can actually pressure her as well in lane. So go to the Sand King, but then you give Disruptor away. So it's kind of you have to take your pick here. Can't
They
have it
don't
all.
necessarily need to go for a Disruptor, but it's still strong. The combo is good, and it's CIS Classic position 5 hero.
I mean, it was one or the other, for sure. If Disruptor doesn't pop up here, I think that would be pretty surprising,
Here's
or at
your
least
crown.
doesn't show up through Winstrike.
It's like the most the hero that's not always going to make it through, right? Nobody's going to ban it really.
They might want to get a core as well. If there's like some core that's really, really good against this, because very few cores match up well against Sand King Skywrath. I'm trying to think of what they could grab though. There's other support combos that work with Naga. You can get Jakiro. Is there a third? Warlock, but that's banned. And it's also possible that FlyToMoon don't really care too much about this teamfight combo. This is like half a deny pick, and now they just want to run aggressive lanes and fight. And then there's many picks they can get. Disruptor still looks solid, though.
What about Dazzle? Can Dazzle out-heal the Skywrath Mage?
Dazzle's not really like a heal master. He's more of like an aggressive trade, win the lane into like death push hero.
Oracle. No one ever plays him,
I'm
though.
just talking about the laning stage, not about what the hero is.
Yeah, I think Dazzle can somewhat do it, but he's worse than Warlock. They went for the Jakiro instead, okay. I think if they wanted Jakiro or Disruptor, maybe they should have picked a good core. instead. But perhaps they feel like they can buy a little bit more information here. They'll get to see one more pick before they need to start picking core, so that's a bit useful.
To more directly answer your question, it's only 80 heal every like 12 seconds, so not really.
Yeah, Warlock
It's not even
heal
close.
is
Warlock is
fif-
way better
what
with
is it?
Force.
12
It's
times
like
15?
It's like
level
180 per 16 seconds.
It's really strong against Sky. I also think Dazzle needs some more specific things to work. I wouldn't just pick Dazzle into Skywrath and be like, nice, now I can deal with Skywrath. You need a carry that uses Dazzle in the game, and it's a lot more limited. Straight up Luna ban from FlyToMoon, that was pretty quick.
Yeah, banning Luna, but Gyro's still kind of out there.
Gyro's in. They want it themselves, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's like the only reason I'd see. It's like, oh, we'll get rid of the alternate universe Gyro, aka Luna.
What other cores are there that do well with Song? Monkey King, we haven't seen too much of that out of CIS. We would still like to see the Bloodseeker.
Yeah,
Don't think this is the game for it, though. Sand King Skywrath should be pretty nasty for Bloodseeker to deal with, both in the lane and in the game.
Throwing out a random core like I like to do. When's the right time to pick Morphling? Because sometimes we
Not
see it,
now.
sometimes we don't.
No.
I'm just always generally curious, like, when is the right time?
I think the right time is when the enemy is showing weakness in lanes, and if you have a lot of just either 4 heroes that can make space for Morphling early on and then he can use it after, or if you have multiple ways of setting him up. Morphling doesn't synergize at all with Naga Jakiro, for example.
Yeah.
He's way better for ESPADA.
Yes. Yes.
Can you morph into somebody while they're slept?
Probably not. I think
Okay.
they're invulnerable. I think nothing can target at all.
So you let him morph, and then you sleep, and you make sure you morph into a hero that has the setup with Naga. No problem. There you go.
Sick. I mean, it is a play. It's possible.
I get that.
Did they fix Nullifier and sleep? Right, you could use Nullifier while they were sleeping.
I think you still can.
Really?
I'm not sure.
I remember
And
hearing
they get
about
But
that.
that makes
effect on?
that doesn't actually make sense because we just said you can't target invulnerable.
Yeah,
but I
but
think
Nullifier-
Nullifier is the one item that can because it can target Euls.
Oh, is that why it
Not
worked?
sure. I think
It's
so.
fixed.
I don't know if they fixed it or not. I do remember with that tournament that happened, and everybody was talking about it being like the OP thing, but it never ended up being super popular.
It was a good solution to the change where after Song people would just pop BKB and then you can't do that. I'm actually not sure. I
was a
haven't
few
seen it
patches
for a
ago.
long time. Yeah, it might have been changed.
I think that was like right when SF got really popular again. It was around there.
Ban on PL, only
Yeah.
kind of more reads that they want Gyro. See if-
That matchup goes both ways. But haha,
we got Gyro.
joke's on you.
Look at you, you're on
Like
fire
No,
today,
I'm not.
Dakota.
Shut up.
Maybe
I didn't
you
even
don't
pick it
have
for that
enough
team. I
energy,
wanted the
maybe,
other
but
team
you're
that
on fire.
I like the Gyro though. Their lineup is like very damage heavy. Once he gets BKB, he doesn't have to worry as much about Naga Jakiro, depending on how things work out.
It's funny, like if this was game 1, it feels like the two teams have just swapped playstyles, right?
Yeah.
The Radiant is way more team fight set up, get together, and the Dire is, ha, we have 10-second spells, let's kill people all the time. Gonna see how FlyToMoon solve that. I think this is what's dangerous that can happen sometimes, is that you lose a game and you way overcompensate for what you lost on. And if they start looking at the wrong things and going a bit too far away from their own strategy, they might be playing into ESPADA's hands. So I would like to see something like that.
Oh, this is good.
I was going to say that.
Good.
Good against Clockwork. Jump Skywrath Mage. Blade Mill Candidate. Reflect Skywrath Mage. Reflect Gyrocopter if you'd like.
Yep.
Lock him in place for Jakiro. It's great.
It's a good pick.
Great pick. But I was hesitant to mention it because does that mean it's a off lane?
I think it's a 3 o'clock. Nagrada played
And
it
I'm
great.
always like hesitant because I always hear that like 3 o'clock is like not the best thing to do now because like 4 o'clock can get what 3 o'clock has. It may take a little bit longer, but you'll still eventually get to it and offer everything else.
I would say it's okay if you have a 4 that can pick up the slack a little bit, and Jakiro's perfect for that because
Okay.
just dual breath, liquid fire a lane, and a dice, so you can offset some of that counter pushing lacking.
Well, look at that. ESPADA actually managed to get the Disruptor on their own team. So Disruptor Skywrath pairing. It's not like any hard disable, but they each got their own ways of making setups and making plays.
But
The
it's also really
Dire-
good against the Clockwork. He just sends him back.
The Dire has absolutely nothing against BKB. That is the one weakness of their lineup. Gyro is a spread damage carry who will not single target anyone out, and none of the other heroes can do jack.
And they can't chain stun either, so unless they pick a 5th hero.
So I think the Shadow Fiend is pretty good. I was going to say for the Radiant side, the type of heroes they want are heroes that go BKB, that ideally can somehow synergize with Naga Song, and don't want to run away. Because the one thing you don't want to do against Disruptor is run away after you've taken the fight. You get glimpse back. So this is perfect. This ticks like all the boxes. You have Clock SF, so you get the souls. You can Requiem out of Naga Song. You have a BKB carrier. You can hit towers. I actually really like this pick from FlyToMoon.
And last time they picked Clocked in the first phase, and SF got banned second. So in this time they kept them in the same phase, so they can't get banned.
Yep.
All right, so now we look to see what ESPADA can pick up that can possibly make Shadow Fiend wince a bit in that mid lane.
There is Templar.
Is Viper a good
Viper.
matchup?
Does Viper beat him now?
No.
I feel like he
I'm
doesn't.
not sure if SFS Souls, I feel like that could be tricky.
Especially with Souls. The only way he'd beat him is by like killing him, like out harassing him. But if SF has Souls, there's no way.
There's still Lena, but I think they need something mobile against the Clockwork. If you pick Lena, you're a really weak target. How does Ember Spirit does against Shadow Fiend?
It gets destroyed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say. One raise will kill you. Or does it still?
One raise takes Flame Guard off level 1.
Doesn't
I
anymore.
think.
It used to do 90, but I think they reduced the level 1 damage, didn't it? Or did they reduce the
Oh,
stacking?
it might be 75 now again.
I think they put it to 75 again. I'm
What
pretty sure.
about...
Could be.
No, she doesn't. She can't get out of I was going to say, there's Wind Ranger. I mean, Tinker's still occasionally thrown out from time to time.
They're going to want a BKB carry.
A BKB carry.
What about a PA? Is that too crazy?
For ESPADA?
For Fly to the Moon.
I like Carry Slardar. Or Carry Venge. Actually, Venge might be good. They've played both of those heroes on Silent, because when you have Shadow Fiend, your true position 1 is mid, so you don't put Silent on another carry.
It's true.
You want more of a 2 safe laner, and there's not that many. Chaos Knight looks really bad this game, so I definitely don't think they're going that route. Venge can make plays.
Wind Ranger, who does everything.
Wind Ranger is not a safe lane hero, I think.
She's too vulnerable to stuns and silences, I think. So that's why I think you need like a BKB one or a like Venge sounds okay to me.
This was a good ban from ESPADA. Juggernaut, even though he's not picked that often, but they have 4 heroes who rely on magic damage, and Windstrike can still pick a carry that goes a BKB. What about something like Sven, maybe?
Too greedy.
Yeah.
Yes, Sven Shadowfiend doesn't sound that great.
I still kind of feel like they're going to end up on Venge, but
What about like Slark or something? Is
I
that too
think it's
crazy?
also too greedy.
I think it's better.
Okay, that's another way of doing it. So this is not going to be your classic position 1 Lone Druid AFK farm Radiance. I think he's going to be pushing towers. We've seen FlyToMoon play the Silent Lone Druid before. Plays very aggressive in lane, gets Helm of the Dominator, similar to what we saw in that game yesterday that didn't finish on South America.
Yes, I was like, we saw Lone Druid do that. I'm like, this guy's all objectives. He's doing all the right things.
Let me check if that game has the same picks.
It was a tune on...
There's no way there was an SF. Because I definitely
There was no
would've
SF.
There was
SF.
Lone Druid, but I can't see the game.
Yeah, but
Never mind.
we're looking to see if
They
Silent
had
are gonna definitely
Lone,
play it that same
Omni.
way.
I like it. I mean, he's just going to get tanky, right? So, like, Skywrath and Disruptor are going to fall off a little bit in damage, and then they have to somehow gap close on the fast, evasive Lone Druid. And if he's able to push through that damage, then SF and the other team fighters hold the cleanup.
I'm debating if he's going to go ranged Lone or Bear Lone. I think Silent almost always plays ranged Lone, but I kind of like the Bear Lone more in this game just because the Dire actually just can't kill the Bear.
Yeah.
They don't have tools. I believe Mystic Flare does not deal damage to the Bear. I'm not completely sure because it only damages heroes.
They can't hit backline that well with their first 4 either, other than Sand King, so I think range Lone
That's true.
Druid could work, but melee
yeah,
sounds better.
It could definitely...
It's like with Radiance, they can split push the other lanes, and then they can do like SF Death Ball on the main
What
lane.
about Queen of Pain? I don't know. I'm just thinking about Queen of Pain or Lena for mid, even though
think it'll
Queen
be
of
Lena.
Pain. Okay.
Well,
Alright, not a fan.
the lane's gonna suck, right?
Nobody beats Shadowfiend mid this game at all. Like Gyro and Ember equally are gonna get trashed. So that's probably will mean they're gonna have to help with support. They might put the Skywrath to assist mid in the beginning, and I think the moment FlyToMoon sees that, they're gonna send a support over and bully the Skywrath away, like the Naga, and then they're gonna play it like that. In addition to that, they have a great self-sustaining safe laner, Lone Druid. So that's the kind of hero you can leave solo. Lone Druid against Sand King Skywrath can still, or it would be Sand King Disruptor probably, right? Would definitely be able to hold his own. I like FlyToMoon.
I guess the reason why I mentioned Ember Spirit is because they don't have enough to lock him down, and he needs to survive the laning stage. That's why I asked you if he's gonna lose that hard. Maybe if Skywrath Mage helps him mid, and Shadowfiend is gonna have extra souls from Clockwork, so that's gonna be tough for him.
Yeah, that's why the.
But I
like
love
extra hard.
Windstrike's lineup way more. They have good initiation tool, a lineup that scales really good into the mid and late game.
And they have the super combo of Song of the Siren into Savage Roar.
Yes, double Savage Roar.
Double.
Never forget it.
Ooh, the Cogs into Savage Roar.
Yeah.
Or
Twice.
Savage Roar into Cogs, yeah.
That is
Run 'em in.
actually pretty nice.
Well, ESPADA have had a theme today of sometimes not drafting themselves into the best position, but somehow pulling out some great team plays and coordination. We'll see if they can do it here in game number 3 in what feels like a pretty draft-favored matchup for Team Windstrike, formerly known as FlyToMoon. Now, match point for both sides. We'll see who's going to be the first team to move on and into the grand finals, where you said, I believe, it's a best of 5?
Yes.
For the one spot for CIS. Who is going to be the team to hang out in the shadow of Virtus Pro?
So let me check. Ember Spirit Flame Guard, level 180, level 2 220. Shadowfiend raise 1 base 90, bonus per stack 50.
So level 1,
30.
1 race breaks Flame Guard. Level 2, 2 races break Flame Guard.
Yes.
Level 3,
It's too complicated.
3
you
races
do it.
break Flame Guard. Or no, maybe even two break Blake.
You should Blake.
Break 'em.
I think you can
Level 2
break.
Flame
You can
Guard.
break the guard with 2 raises at all levels, except level 1, where you can break it with 1. I'm pretty sure that's how it is.
Yes.
Okay, they
You're
failed the
correct.
cog.
I
Game is over.
concur. I concur.
Only 11 souls on SF. Running down mid.
All right. He's swole as hell. If you... it only makes you look that much worse if somehow things don't work out in your favor. So we'll have to see if ESPADA adjustments are going to be made. Close eyes kept on, of course, Immersion. Skywrath Mage, if he's going to have to assist. And if so, will they simply rotate over our Naga friend here to contest?
We see.
She's already heading that way. Just
Yeah,
so
we
prepare.
see this more often. 3 heroes invade enemy runes, and 1 TP's back to the lane or just walks there. So we're gonna have Skywrath Mage. I think he's gonna harass mid.
This is a Skywrath Naga mid lane 1 and a
hello.
Shadow Fiend Gyro
He's
mid
dead.
lane 2.
Is he?
Oh, it's a Gyro mid. They don't want to place Ember Spirit against Shadowfiend, which is pretty smart, but Shadowfiend's still gonna farm against the Gyro anyway.
Yep.
I actually thought they were going to be able to run that Naga down, but looks like they immediately had to bring the Disruptor top. Actually, he couldn't connect, so never mind. This is not good either.
This is
This is also very tough.
I don't
So-
know. I just... It's tough, right? It feels like nothing you choose is going to be the right choice.
level 1 Breath removes whole Flame Guard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep,
As
it
you
ran
see
out.
there. As you see, Exhibit A. The benefit, though, is that Gyro has a homing missile and Ember doesn't, I guess, if you want to casually send off a rocket to an additional support. In this case, support's not around, so they're just going to overtake the Shadow Fiend as best as they can.
That's a really big win.
Wow. Naga's now down bottom.
They forced SF to TP to base, and he lost
Yep.
a full wave in the tower. The experience isn't lost. It goes to Jakiro, but Shadowfiend is now far behind on levels.
For a moment, I thought that Shadowfiend is TPing, that he misclicked, because it happened right away. Jakiro TP just as Shadowfiend started
yeah.
TPing. Well, this is good for a support. Jakiro is gonna be almost level 3.
Yeah. SF will still be fine. He still has the souls,
Yeah.
and the experience has been shared mid between Gyro and the Skywrath, so he's
Nah.
not even that far behind.
It's the worst feeling ever when you're Jakiro and you want to liquid fire harass and it's uphill and you miss.
I
You're
feel
like,
like
God,
that
And it's
spell-
level 1.
Yeah. You goddamn, I gotta wait 20 seconds to do it again.
Do you feel like it would be dumb if that spell just is just made True Strike?
Yes.
I don't.
I mean, that would also be pretty lame, but...
I don't think so.
I think
mean,
that's
You think it'd
fine.
be fine?
Yeah. Oh, there's a region top and Skywrath picks it up. This is the best rune you can get early on. Look at this, just harassing from the downtown.
We got first blood as well for Disruptor on clock, so he's gonna get boots. Not looking bad for ESPADA early on here in the lanes.
Yeah, they're making it work.
Ember 13 CS. That's very good.
Well, everything has really changed up. I mean, ever since the Jakiro had to go to the mid lane to soak up the XP, he hasn't actually stepped away from that lane. Obviously means the Ember now doesn't have to deal with pesky dual breath and liquid fire harassment.
Nyx seems to be good at laning. He's been doing very well across the games we've watched overall. Just getting good lane mechanics in farm.
It's a frisky lane right now. I'm nervous to move the camera away at half the time here. So they're going to have to chew through the heal as it stands right now. This is probably not so much of a kill lane without any sort of outside participation, so they continue to trade.
Lone is going to crush that lane. There's not much. Sandstorm isn't even a solution because of Savage Roar, so you can just roar him away and take free farm. Sand King cannot win this lane, and when Lone is level 5, he can actually kill him as well. This is a rough one for BZZ. 6-0 against 15 and 15.
They're gonna go on Clockwork. Clockwork is high level though. He's level, what, 4?
I think he could have actually fought. He could have cogged him in with him and broke the Flame Guard with a rocket and then tried to fight.
He already broke the Flame Guard with the battery.
Yeah,
assault.
the battery was running as well, so it was gonna break. For sure.
But he couldn't kill him anyway.
Yeah, you've seen
Mid
the
lane.
harassment there, but rotation over on the Gyro. They both go down.
And the biggest winner is Jakiro, who's level 4, 4 minutes in. If he gets this kill, he has a mango and a haze. He's
yeah.
Pussy.
Wow.
Wow.
He's Russian. I can't believe that he didn't die for that.
That's a game 3
the least Devi thing I've ever seen, really.
Game
This
3.
is not CIS gameplay.
No.
They're
Wow, always want to fly. Just someone jerked the leash on that one real good. He was just like, whoa. That was, yeah, haste rune Jakiro. I thought he was ready to go, but you get the game 3 tension, TI, right then and there. Clock shoved all the way back. He's not going to be a happy boy. Oh, they're moving in. He's got to have to cog him back, and they're like, thanks for the cog money.
syndereN, would you go for that kill?
Which one?
If you were Jakiro?
I think...
You're hesitating. You wouldn't.
Okay. I guess.
You failed.
I'm pretty sure he would have died for it. So I think it might have been a bad trade regardless. Even if he got the kill, he was higher level, he would have been a bigger kill bounty.
But the XP.
There's a bit of XP in that kill. Yeah, it's a level 3
huh?
hero. What does it really give? A bit.
He would get almost 5 from it.
I think you're stuck in a couple of years ago with that experience calculation.
Here comes some additional rotation power I noticed from below. BZZ stepping in, but...
Your offlaner is leaving his lane minute 5 to go gank mid because he can't lane. This feels so bad.
Guys, I need 15 mana and I can help.
He has a mango.
Oh, he does have a mango.
But even if this kill fails, it's terrible. This has to work. He's losing full waves of experience bottom.
Oh, the rocket.
Hey! Are you over there?
It gets obvious really fast that he's not bottom. Silent has called this a while ago, and they're just rocketing to make sure.
And he's stacking as well on the side camp. Has three stacks.
Wow.
Oh.
That's for Shadowfin, definitely. He
Yep.
needs to get back into the game.
And there's the sandstorm removal. Oh, good root.
Why not?
Give me another one. No.
Is that what you say when you're playing Lone Druid? Just
I don't play Lone Druid.
give me another one.
But
Why are you even here, syndereN? You get predictions wrong. We should just get Bulldog, plus he plays Lone Druid.
Trades from both sides here. Gyro has to step off a bit. As he hits a hard shot. Oh, does he have a glimpse yet? Nope, it looks like he was already used. To get the initial damage, it looks like on the Clockwork right now, but...
A lot of weird stuff happening this game. Even though the bottom lane is being bullied, there's still less than 1k network lead for Radiant team.
Yeah, Ember. I think Ember is getting a lot of farms, surprisingly, too, in this top lane.
yeah, it's the shutdown in SF that makes this look even. But when he goes and takes the stacks, he's going to be in a good position again.
Bottom tower is gonna fall. Sanking. Does he want to go for a play?
Nope.
Is it worth dying there just to deny the gold? I think so.
No, I don't. Oh wait, how much gold is the tower? 700, right? It's 100 per player and 200 bounty.
Yeah.
So no, it's. Do you get 200 plus 100, or do you get 100 plus 100 for the tower?
Let me just Google that.
When you
for
kill
you.
the tower, it says plus 200 on the screen. But is that the 100 for team plus? I think it gives 700 to kill a tier 1, if you get the last hit. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, 600 or 700 gold. You could deny that, and then you die, which gives 300 gold and XP. Maybe it's worth it. It's pretty even. Nice kill for Jakiro, the guy who definitely needed that kill.
I don't think this is updated. It says denied gold 500.
Yeah, that's the team.
On
That's
Wikipedia.
correct. Because that's the gold the team would get, but you also deny the last hit.
So it says team bounty 100 reliable gold, tier 1, and 150 to 250 unreliable for last hit. Average 1.5k. That doesn't sound
That's some interesting math.
correct. What?
I can't handle the numbers.
Let's just say it would have been worth it to
Okay.
deny that tower, barely. But it would have been very little victory.
If you die for it, then.
But what if
Yeah.
you stay level 1 and just go for tower denying?
I mean, if you were the 5 position, yeah, it was just
Yeah, you're
worthless.
just level 1,
Yeah.
whatever, some treant with a lot of last hit potential. And
Denies every tower, but dies for it every time.
How are you winning your pubs?
skills. I get
Purge.
carried.
You get all the denies.
Muting players.
At
and
least
playing
it's peaceful
Purge.
when I play.
It's true. All right, here comes the return of our Shadow Fiend friend. Just a call down on the way out. Why not? Did you already take the stack? Looks like so.
I love how Iceberg always hits the rocket when it comes in. There's like no way he gets it beast.
Oh, jump in, pops the wand. Still not going to be enough as Ember Spirit hits him from the rafters. Always want to fly, sweeps in from one side. Burrow strike set for BZZ. They look to turn it back the other way and see if they can get more. They do. Clockwork's going to get dropped. Jump forward. They want Naga. Why not make it a 3-fer?
Oh, he wants the last hit on Ember.
And he'll get it. Double kill for Nyx.
That was a really great sequence of movement from
Not
Desire.
done yet.
That was a very fast kill. Very fast play.
Moving in now. Kinetic field set up for Misha. Allows the triple kill here.
Nyx,
Whoa!
Nyx, Nyx.
Oh.
Whoa! Not going to get anyone there. But the chase is on for BZZ. No roar. So he makes it to the low ground. Nyx makes it to the haste. And he's gone.
Great plays
Wow.
from ESPADA. That was very good.
4 all day.
So you could tell how confident they were in the play. They instantly just jump in and commit, get the kills. FlyToMoon tried to solve it as fast as possible with TPs, but we kind of end up with a situation like in game 1 almost with the Lycan. They TP in to help, but the heroes are already dead and they just lose extras on the way out.
It felt like a weird start at first with like the call down situation, but it's like it wasn't hairy enough that they're like, okay, start TPing in.
Yeah.
But once they pushed forward, then he's like, oh no, they are going. And at that point, it's just a little too late. Ember already was kind of in on things, and ESPADA had the upper hand.
But they have this secret tool, Lone Druid, who's really farmed.
That's true.
2k gold is gonna take down tower. Ah, this tower goes down really quickly.
Jump
Oh,
in though. Nice
what a
grab
hook
from
shot.
Clock on the 2. Skywrath Mage trying to bail him out, trying to do the work. Set up onto the lone. Ember's trying to focus onto the bear here. It's only a 1-for-1. ESPADA's still looking to push him back. They're a little low on mana. Immersion trying to work through a clarity. BZZ looking to come in from the bottom.
what
but
a
they've
root.
been able to root and pinch her in
the save.
and get the grab. Can they bail out
Wait,
Ember?
what?
No.
Didn't he have a remnant down already? He did.
Not able to jump, it looks like.
He had one remnant charge.
He had isn't that a remnant in the top lane?
Yeah, there is.
Further up?
Yeah.
I saw him throw this one before the fight. I guess he forgot he had it. He started throwing one there toward the end. Either he didn't have mana for his jump or he just forgot he had a remnant out. That's a really big kill. This Ember is a massive kill to get for them.
Yeah.
The gold went to Lone Druid, I think. Or was it Naga that got that kill?
It
Lone Druid
was
got it.
Lone Druid.
So that's 324 for him.
Yeah, and the most important, Lone Druid didn't die there.
Yeah.
So he's gonna hit, what, 15, 16 minute timing on a Radiance if he doesn't die.
Yeah.
Potential song setup on this Ember if they want. They'll just try to run in with an Ensnare. He'll run back and away. Wards on each side, so they have a bit of extra vision. There you see the rocket. A lot of control right now from Windstrike. And a lot of lags apparently too.
There's like 6 wards in the Dire jungle right now.
Yeah, there is. Look at these things. Down over here, got some action over here. A lot of defensive wards for ESPADA.
A lot of
They have
wards.
no vision down here at all.
Nope.
Just anticipating that after the Lone Druid got that push on bottom, I guess they're going to be hanging around top or something, but...
Yep. But they are.
They're gonna need a Blink Dagger on a Sand King to start these fights, and Gyro is not that far. I'm 13 minutes in. Phase Boots, Bracer, Ring of Aquila. Doing all right, but considering he was mid, Gyro doesn't have much space to work with on a mid lane.
It's funny how we were talking about how SF was going to be the true one, and they would get like a 2 in the safe lane. And now this Lone Druid is like almost double his net worth.
That's just how things work out, I guess, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you just get focused in lane.
Yep. And
But then you got your boy to pick you up.
Yep. He only had to deal with the Sand King, so...
Very easy lane for Lone
He's
Druid.
happy to just claw his way into relevance.
Something that's a problem for the Dire in this game. Alright, that's Grant. The Dire have yet to take a tower, and they're playing against a Lone Druid, so the tower trades are not really a play. They're going to take the towers way slower than the Radiant would. So they kind of have to defend their towers. Just being like, oh, Lone is pushing, let's just go for their towers instead. You're going to lose 2 at the time you get 1. And that's pretty annoying for them, to say the least.
Alright. Game goes on, and the pressure continues here a little bit for Windstrike. Oh, glimpse, catchback. Can they get a straggler? Get that illusion down. Can they do it? Yes, they can! Oh, it was the real one. I'm just confused by the cosmetics. That was just awfully blue Naga. all for nothing. Cost him a Mystic Flare, and she's happy to make it away.
That's the combo that we've seen in a couple of our games. Ember Spirit plus Skyrat Mage.
Yeah, slide chains into...
Slide Chains, yeah, into Searing Chains, Slide of Fist into Searing Chains plus ulti.
They're just going right from one to the next. Mid lane, tier 1 down. ESPADA walking in, call down action, kind of push them back a bit.
This Radiance is going to be a problem. They don't have good tools for killing the Lone Druid. They are very spread damage lineup by nature. There's no heavy single target like Lifestealer or PA that's just going to jump and kill Lone, or the Bear for that matter. So when this Radiance comes in and it's running around in the fight, they are on a timer in the fight, basically. If it goes long enough, they're going to die to Entangles and Radiance. And I would not advise really jumping the Lone Druid unless he's really out of position, because there's Song of the Siren, reposition, lots of counterplay. They're going to enter a really difficult 10 minutes now, I think, when this Radiant comes up. Bounty rune time? Have we seen teams use Song of the Siren to get bounty runes yet?
No.
I mean, that spell has been nerfed every single patch, mostly.
Jump in, catches everyone as they want to walk it forward through the Static Storm. That Storm, though, will finish the Shadow Fiend, but all right, a follow-up Clockwork kill. Song goes out, almost gets her at the end, but all right, the one good thing going the way of ESPADA so far, given that, you know, the Bear Man wasn't involved with it. They're happy to at least take the core, take the Clockwork, get some money their way.
Yeah, there was a bit of indecision there, I think, because it looked like a good Ice Path hookshot, and they had Song running at the same time, so No Fear wasn't sure, should I go in? Are you guys getting the kill, or should I back off? And then eventually when he does move in, the Clockwork is about to die and does just get finished before he TP's out. And 2 kills. But, as expected, no collateral. No Roshan, no tower, and they're going to have to go back and defend again very soon. Lone Druid has 2 siege creeps top and a Bear.
On Song of the Siren is the spell that's really hard to use. You need to have really good vision of the whole situation, what's happening. Do you need to use it? I'm not talking about they're engaging, you pop the song and go back. But if someone pops a BKB, whether you use it or not, and try to just focus them with the net.
To the top lane, and the tier 2. Here we go, Epicenter coming out, moving on in. It's on the Jakiro. Just to support. I'll just cast everything I can, and they don't even want to finish him. They're not satisfied with that at all. But they eventually do catch up and get him down. Meanwhile, Naga on the bad of an Ember jump, splitting their attention down the middle. And while the rest of them fight on forward here, don't have too much in reinforcements, and eventually they're going to run right into Clockwork. Immediately, Misha drops his full combo, means the Clockwork, or the Gyrocopter can come in, call down, Rocket Barrage, but the Bear's just flexing on him, walking on forward. Libsyn 5, but now Lone Druid postures up a bit, and we'll be able to shove them back. All right. Bit of a tit-for-tat kind of a situation there, but no hard commitments, really.
Shadowfiend got some decent farm in the meantime. He wasn't part of that play.
Yeah. He's
So
going right for that BKB.
He's starting to even out with Gyro again. You really want to be ahead with Shadowfiend of the Gyro in mid, but you've been targeting him so much that it's to be expected. And all he really needs is a BKB, level 12, and a Song of the Siren. And then he's going to do work. So he'll get there. I think was the Radiance completed?
Yeah, right now it's
He just got
flying
it?
to him. Okay.
Okay. So I think the Radiant want to look for a smoke song play if they can. If the Dire try to push a tower, they're going to get obliterated. They actually can't do it like a 5-man ball. It is a really bad idea.
They
So
need
they
to
have to fight
smoke and
skirmishes.
take a fight, yeah,
Yeah.
and then go for objectives. Otherwise, they're not gonna get any towers or Roche. Their Roche is pretty bad as well. Even if they take a fight, it's hard to take down Roche with these heroes.
Yep.
Looks like they may get a grab onto Jakiro again. I like the decision. He just puts it down the lane, so if it does push forward, they'll have to walk through fire. I don't even know if the lane will make it there in time, though.
Dude,
Dude,
look
look
at that
fire.
did you see that macro fire?
Check out that macro pyre, bruh. So rad, bruh. Such a dork. Woo! All right, ESPADA. See
All right,
if they can
ESPADA.
roll out. They can roll out. They're just neutral farm in the meantime, but you know, it's on the decision of Windstrike on when they want to push past the river, really.
There isn't too much happening right now, but
It's
there should be soon. What's SF
ESPADA.
status on BKB? Does he have it yet?
Shadowfiend, yeah, 50 gold.
Good. Okay, so when this BKB comes out, I'm really expecting an aggressive play from Radiant. Any successful team fight can give them Roche or towers. They just need Song into level 2 Requiem, and things are gonna die.
Sounds
and
fair.
they can set up the condition for a Song pretty easily. Just hook shot a core, and then the enemy team has to respond, and that's when this Naga comes in. We'll see if they can make it work.
Clockwork is such a good pick in this patch because you can always seek for a fight, especially if you pair him up like a Warlock or Song in this situation, so you can set up things.
This is dangerous.
Windstrike inside the pit. What will ESPADA do about it?
They're scouting them and Naga loose. It's making it really easy for them. Yeah, they got it already.
Will Clockwork try to set something up as a follow-up dish? Oh, and it's also a minute 20, so
and Clock is level 9.
grab their
What
bounty
the-
run.
Can you press E? Dude, that is interesting. Okay. He is the same level as his Jakiro, sharing last place on experience. He still has like somewhat decent net worth, so he must have been farming a lot with his rocket flare. 70 CS. But he's been dying a lot in fights. He's 0-5.
First to die, maybe, in a lot
Yeah,
of situations.
that's mainly what's happened. Being low level on Clock kind of sucks. The skill points on this hero are all really, really good.
He's got to join the rest of his team as they push forward.
Oh my god, that tower damage.
But Liquid Fire and
Yeah.
Shadow Fiend, Lone
Look at the
Druid.
tower damage, bro.
Whoa.
That's a stretch. Can you imagine that as a highlight clip? Bear kills tower.
They are encroaching.
Glimpse.
Glimpse pull back. Get that
Oh.
Jakiro. He's our easiest target. They got him. Clockwork
BKB.
though says, I'll take your gyro. Locks him in his spot. Right clicks
Oh,
and
and
snare from downtown. Fine connection right out the front door.
Excellent snare. That was max range on the best kill they could get.
Yes, it is.
Do you think Jakiro is playing like this on purpose? Or this is just a couple of mistakes that
What are you
have
trying?
been
What are you
made?
trying to imply there?
No, because it's a good trade for them.
If this was on purpose, I think they weren't positioned well enough for that to look like it was planned. Like Clockwork was a bit too far away. The team needed to spend the entire hookshot on connect.
So they unleashed the beast.
Yeah. I guess you could say that. They did not prepare the beast.
Yes, they have unleashed the beast. What is that? What product is that again? What? I can't remember.
Isn't that... Oh, this is a bait.
I don't. It's not Monster. It's
Isn't
not
it?
pizza in a bag. And certainly not Sennheiser. I don't know what it is.
Isn't it Monster?
I don't think so. Is it?
I don't know. It was because of your joke about him being leashed when he didn't die
Oh,
for that.
okay, this
kill.
is
All
way too
right,
advanced.
all right.
You're too meta
Dude, this
for
is...
me right now.
Okay. I am not on that level right now.
I mean, I expect that syndereN is gonna get it, but
I'm on like 30% brain capacity right now.
Most of us would kill to have 30%. All right, we saw this. Kevin and I saw this in their matchup. That's Purge, by the way, you guys. And the matchup with the ESPADA previous to this one, and when they were definitely down in a position like this, they creep cut it so hard. Look at this. That
Yeah.
there was actually opportunities where they couldn't finish the racks because the backdoor protection happened to kick in. Man, they're cheeky. Look at this. Almost a snipe back, it looks like, for the Shadow Fiend.
Really nice play.
These guys are fighters.
That was super good. They forced the BKB, and that's probably going to repel Windstrike from pushing.
They're crazy, man. A bunch of wild raccoons fighting
What did they
for their
commit?
trash.
They used Mystic Flare and Call Down. That's
Yep.
nothing. It's going to be ready again. The most important thing is they don't blow Epicenter on a play like that, or Gyro BKB.
we need a hero in Dota that looks like raccoon.
Pangoliers.
We have
Yeah, that's not a raccoon,
no
man.
duck
I
and
mean,
no pango yet.
It looks a bit... With a bit
Dude,
of
pango does
imagination.
not... Wait,
With a bit of imagination.
Panda is the most similar one, I guess.
You could imagine Pangolier just washing
Pandalier.
Pand
jump in
Oh,
from BZZ on that Shadow Fiend again. He's being quite annoying.
Oh, nice
nice,
Jew.
nice ankle breaker there. Dodge
Hit
the
him.
hook shot.
yep. He
Keep
is not
hitting
going to
him.
be able to blink. He might actually die here. Nice.
1 second blink, and he's fine.
Oh wait, he might have
he
blinked
blinked
into the
into a
wrong
bear.
neighborhood.
Oh, but Bear's being chained up from Ember.
He's dead.
Space.
Radiance.
I'm creating the finest of space.
You spoke too soon.
Oh my god, they
Oh,
got
do
always
they
want to
even
fly in
use
the
a
meantime,
song?
and they used to
He's
Oh,
gonna
that-
have a blink dagger ready. Oh, Radiance, can you make it out?
See you later!
Nerds.
No.
Never mind.
You thought he was gonna live? Really?
Well, if he blinked top, maybe he would have lived.
That was a lot of... If he tried to blink top, he would have probably not been able to turn before he took damage. That was still a lot of nice space, though. I can appreciate a good kitening. They still lost their Jakiro as well. So it was a 1-for-1, but the Dire definitely came out on top there. They got way more farming time in. They got waves pushed out because of how long that took.
Let's say time goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Late game. Who you got? Is ESPADA able to kind of throw down?
I think the Radiant lineup falls off eventually. Lone and SF don't want to play 60-minute games. Ideally, they want to end the game around 30 to 40, or even earlier if they're having a great time, obviously. So I would imagine the next Aegis, or even this one if they get to use it, it's the time that they're looking for racks. That's what they hope they can get.
They have 2 blade mails, one on Clockwork, one on Spirit Bear. So a lot
Wait,
of
the bear got a blade mill?
yeah, and a lot of uncontrollable
Oh,
damage.
that is clever. I like that. Both Ember and Gyro hate this. gyrocopters hate him.
Yeah, the gyrocopter hates him for this. Here comes one strike, smoked up.
ESPADA.
Clock out front. Can he get immersion?
He's a dead.
Oh! Jump, cog. Glimpse back, obviously.
You
Not
know
gonna
what?
matter when
You
the
know
damage
what
has been done.
Clockwork should do? He should just hook shot in, place cogs, and he's gonna get sent by disruptor anyway. So he should save battery assault. Oh, it's a next level play.
The next level play. That's my role in this cast. I'm just saying that when you say next level play.
Chat wheel. Chat wheel parrot.
We don't have a parrot hero either.
Nope, just a duck. A drake, apparently. Not a mallard, according to experts. Tyrone the drake.
Oh.
Just because someone posted
Why?
on Twitter, the only guy, it doesn't mean it's true.
He
It
sounded more
he
legit
looks
than
like a
we did.
mallard.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
How many mallards have you seen in real life?
probably dozens.
Dozens?
Yeah.
Yeah? What are you, hanging out
Dozens.
near a Mallard Lake in little Croatia out there?
Just shooting those ducks.
Don't say you killed ducks. You're going to lose a lot of fans.
Man, I never killed anything.
You love animals,
I
actually. It's
killed
quite the opposite.
mosquitoes. That's
Yeah,
what I
mean,
like.
we can
to
all get
kill.
behind that.
Yeah. I'm pretty animal friendly.
Right, Misha wants to go with Sand King disconnected. They've had enough of BZC. They're done.
You see how I'm an animal friendly I am?
Let's
I
go.
want a new hero in Dota. I want a raccoon. And then this guy,
Could've picked a
he's
better
animal
animal,
hero.
really.
He tells me we already have a raccoon. That's Bangalore.
Come on. I said-
Bingo fills the rules of 5 animals, okay?
It looks, with a bit of imagination, it looks a little bit like it. Come on.
Yeah,
now.
if raccoon gets into shiny armor,
Yeah.
I guess. Look
Oh.
closer to Puss in Boots, maybe. They're
He
rooting away
is
onto this disruptor, and they eat him up.
Nice attempt to KS by No Fear, but Nangrada got it with the rocket first.
Oh!
That's
Will they get Shadow Fiend, though? No! Nice.
That's some iceberg stuff right there. Completely alone in the enemy jungle.
And the game goes on.
Yeah, that's a big kill. The Dire have good vision inside their own jungle. It's the only place they really have control over, so they try to keep the vision up there for the time being, and it nets them a high-value kill there. Shadow Fiend got killed by the Ember, I believe. That's a lot of gold for him as well.
Yep.
So
Picks that one up.
400, and there's the AoE gold for the other two.
Nice, nice, yeah. Attempted maneuvers onto the Ember.
I think Radiant need a gem. The primary problem right now is that they feel ahead, they look ahead in the game, but the Dire still managed to have some sort of safety nets.
Like Naga moving in, setting up the ensnare, helping with the hook shot, helping with the Mystic Flare. Death. Oh, that's his own Mystic Flare. Yeah, he's dead. But Blink Naga, not one you see every day.
He needs to try to find a way of setting up Shadow Fiend. That's how they do it. He has to be able to get into the lines. Now that it's getting harder to get this song fight that we were looking for with Gyro, BKB, Emperor starting to have items. He can have a Remnant out, or he can quick on his dagger.
Oh, back. Macropire. And Clock trying to swing it out. Oh my goodness, he barely makes it away. No root there.
Barely.
Got him. Nice pump.
I love how he popped Blade Mail just because Gyro has Aghanim Scepter, or did he have it?
I don't
Not
think
sure.
he has that. Does he?
He has it now, but I don't know if he had it before the
Oh,
fight.
right.
Maybe the side gunner procs and he dies from it.
No, it's really unlucky. I'm pretty sure the bear is favored in that situation to get one root. I think he hit him 5 times. So definitely favored to get a root there. But sometimes you get lucky.
And sometimes RNG just sneezes in your direction.
Aaron sneezes.
I found that funnier than your barely joke.
I mean, both jokes are kind of yours. I just recycled them.
Yeah, they're dad jokes, so they're definitely in my repertoire for sure.
Well, would you look at that? The Dire are building a sandcastle together. Okay, there's time to move out.
Oh, they rocket there, and then they ping as if they may have just moved from the base, and they're already drawing out the line to cut off and go towards the mid lane. They've already been able to get the jump onto the Jakiro, though, so I don't know. Smoke, 5-man movement, get a hold of Jakiro. Roche is up. Is there any chance they can finagle this? Do they want to finagle this?
Oh, Arcane Rune for Ember Spirit. This is big. He has Shiva's Guard for the vision as well, just to see where Naga Siren is standing. They're still not going for the Roche. They know that Roche spawned, but their lineup is not that good against the Roche, so they need to take a fight in the Roche pit, or they can't take it themselves.
We're talking about Windstrike or
Yeah,
ESPADA?
ESPADA.
Yeah. It's also hard. They have Naga. Send in the bear. It's really not the easiest time to go for Roche. You're right, you're going to have to take a good, healthy fight. Or Windstrike can just go in themselves with a double damage and take the Roche that much faster and easier.
What 15 talent did Iceberg take?
Damage,
He
movement
took move
speed.
I feel like this presence talent is getting more and more appealing. The move speed talent is getting nerfed a lot. Oh, they're gonna try here. Song.
Move
Not
in.
using it.
Oh, they went for the outside target. A jump in and a quick blow up of the Naga means that she's going to be forced to buy back. BKB's pop moving out, but Ember jumps back and away from safety. Everyone from ESPADA alive, at least for now. A glimpse back onto the clock to get him away. The chains to lock them in their spot. A song comes out to hold them in place. They look to go for the gyro. Savage Roar and an Ice Path used onto him. Finally, they'll trap him within the cogs and be able to go for the finish. He does have a buyback, but he's not looking to use it at this moment.
They're really trigger happy on these buybacks on the radio. Everybody's just buying back. Let's go. These buybacks are not going to be used. There's not even going to be a fight here, I think.
Just don't want to be dead, I
The
guess.
teams have cooldowns. I don't know. Oh, Jakira took the attack range talent. We almost always see the dual breath, but wants to be able to reliably hit that liquid fire.
Yeah, whether it be a tower from the low ground or a hero from a different game.
I love the
don't know.
combination between level 15 and 20 talent. If you go for attack range, go for -60 liquid fire attack speed. That talent is so good. I mean, GPM always sounds nice because if the game drags for the next 20, 30 minutes, you're gonna have 1, 2 more items.
I think we saw a game where
that
Jakiro did it.
that attack speed
Yeah, it's
is
good.
just so good. I love to see Nick's plays and mechanically skilled heroes like this. He's really good at it.
Yeah, he's going all out to try to give this game some extra bit of oxygen for his team.
That's a 10-seconder on him, right?
Uh-oh, looks like Misha's been caught. One more right click could have gotten it, but he's able to
10-second
get some
BKB.
slide. Jump in all the way. Looks like they're going to be able to get that finish onto the Disruptor, but Gyro forces forward and blasts down the Shadow Fiend. Cleans up a secondary kill, wiping out that Jakiro, but now Nungarata moves in with the Blade Mail, trying to force the Gyro to self-inflict that damage, but eventually it runs out, turns around with a homing missile, and then easily shoots him down. On the lower half, the Lone Druid's trying to get a hold of whoever's left. They do manage to get down that Sand King, but he buys back and now moves in with a big epicenter and cleans up the rest. A 5-man wipe going to ESPADA just like that.
Shadowfiend popped the BKB before. He even popped the cheese and still died in that fight. Gyro deals way too much damage at this point. I just love Aghanim Scepter on Gyro. That one extra attack is pretty much like a double damage.
It's actually his Rocket Barrage destroying the Shadow Fiend in this instance. I think he had the Rocket Barrage talent and the Skywrath Silence. So his Rocket Barrage was like 1200 damage on the Shadow Fiend in that fight. If you could check the numbers, it's kind of ridiculous.
Might be too late for that
Yeah,
now,
I
but
think so
I
too.
wouldn't be surprised. Like by the time I got there, that Shadow Fiend was
died
just annihilated,
real
and it was
fast.
mid-Rocket Barrage, so...
It's just you can't take these type of fights as Radiant, I think. SF is committing his BKB to go for Disruptor kill, which they do end up getting, but they have to commit Hook Shot. So Clock is completely out of the fight, and they use SF's BKB just to find that position 5 kill. And their team gets run down at the same time. They need to play... Like, when you have the Shadowfiend BKB, he's a centerpiece for you. The hero doesn't make much sense if you don't play around him. And Iceberg is playing like he's playing another hero half the time here. He played alone in the Dire Jungle earlier and got killed. This move again, kind of alone in the Dire Jungle, actually. Almost got the Disruptor kill, but it's like... They need to be closer together. Yeah, if you look at ESPADA in this fights, they're way closer together and faster at connecting with their mobile heroes.
And he's gonna need some tankiness item. He has 1.8k HP, but that's not enough. When his BKB is down, he has no escape mechanism. No Shadow Blade, no Pike. So probably Satanic, just so he can stand the ground, I guess.
Satanic would be good. I don't really
Yep.
see much else.
They're gonna find Sanking.
Well, they're trying to.
Don't think they're going to move much further in there. Assuming that he's going to take the other end out.
Yeah,
He's easy, a little bit behind.
When you talked about move speed talents, what do you think about gyros, level 20? I think this cooldown talent is really good. With the phase boots, you move with, what, 523? I'm not sure you even need that talent. You know, I like to think about talents with the gold comparison. Windlace, 250 gold for 20 moves. So you get level 20 talent for 500 gold. You can't think of it that way because it's gonna take 2 slots, but still.
Yeah, that's the main thing about the move speed talent, is that it allows Gyro to get rid of his boots in the late game and get a 6th item. That's really high
another way to
value.
look at it, yeah.
But if you get a butterfly,
Yeah, then your
Flutter your
butterfly
way
will replace your boots, and then you have the move speed talent, so you still move at like 450. I think.
then you buy a SC.
Oh!
Wow.
Just kidding.
Wow, that's.
That must have been
See,
photo finish.
I don't know. So I feel like I've been playing a decent amount of Clockwork, right? And I feel like after a patch a couple of weeks back, it just feels like people are getting pulled into the cogs in moments that I'm like, should that really have happened? That one was one of those where I'm like, really? Like, did that pull him in? I thought that was a knockback for sure.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know if anything was changed or if it's just like confirmation bias, but I had it happen a couple of times where I was like positive.
In recent patch or since like they changed the shape of cogs?
In a very recent patch, like 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
the
okay.
last patch.
Oh.
But there was nothing changed about Clockwork in regards to the cogs, so it's just like it's just strange. But
Maybe
a
they
hunch,
forgot
just a
to
feeling.
write it
yeah,
down.
sometimes you just feel that things are wrong, and
Yeah, sometimes you just don't play a good game and you think the hero's broken.
I'm sure. Did you see Andrada ping him, by the way? After it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean
Just
that was
ping on the ground. It's
definitely-
like, there's no way he didn't get knocked
Yeah,
back. Here.
I mean, I'm with you. That was funky as hell for sure. But yeah, I guess.
You're right, though.
sometimes
I
the
do
game
play bad
works in-
games. It does happen.
Sometimes shit just happens in Dota and there's just no rhyme or reason, and a giant blue frog face pops up and goes, "What do you want to do about it?"
Yeah.
That's all. That's all you know.
So ESPADA pulling ahead by 4K. I don't think there is a play for the Radiant without another Aegis. Iceberg is going Daedalus. I don't know, man.
Right.
Well,
Well,
he is-
how many attempts do we give
he is-
Windstrike here before it's like gonna just go to a spot?
He's building it up. Maybe Daedalus and then Satanic so he can have more damage. Huh?
Okay, I'll say if they don't get Rax with this next Roche, they are going to lose the game. They need 2 lanes with the next Roche, probably. Even 1 lane now, if they don't get anything extra, the Dire is starting to reach critical mass. Ember's almost 25. He can go for the double slide if he wants, or the Remnant talent, whichever one he prefers here. Probably going to go for the Remnant one, since he's full-on magic damage. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Easy Z with these setups.
Yep. They're getting a lot of value out of Sanking this game because they have good combos with it. Call
Yep.
down, Mystic Flare.
Now, other direction, we're going to be seeing a push from ESPADA. It's been a while since I've seen them siege anything, and we felt like just a bit ago you were commenting how they've taken no towers. So it's just like free money on the map that they're now going to be able to pocket. Like they've had that sweet little offshore account just waiting for him.
Gyro starts being good at pushing towers when he gets Aghanim's and a damage item. It goes a lot faster now. Now he's actually a siege hero. I think ESPADA feel very comfortable right now in the game. They must know that they're scaling. They must know what the timing is for the... Oh, that's the worst blink I've ever seen in my life.
Sorry, go on.
He took the Remnant cooldown talent now. So, what's the cooldown of that now? Is it down to 10?
It is...
Yeah, 10 seconds storage. And he can also go for Nocturne if he wants. Then it's 7.5. Okay, Windstrike, this is the time to...
I wish
win
Earth
and
Spirit
strike.
had a charge restore time talent. That'd be awesome.
Oh, here we go.
Oh god, jump in, an immediate takedown of the Skywrath Mage. The fight back here from Windstrike. Cogs are dropped, but it makes an awkward split in the battle here until they can wait it out. Gyro is going to be swinging it out with the bear himself. Full BKB mode, unleashing his fury. The bear's going to go down. That's 300 pocketed. Follow BZZ. Sleep comes out, but so much damage had already been dished. Are they forced to stay and fight? There goes the Requiem. Immediate Yules. Gyro's stuck, and they're going to be able to burst him apart. Does he want to buy back and get back into this fight? Buyback's already come out from Jakiro and Naga. Misha fight from the back with a Spirit Vessel. These supports are just so weak and wounded, they got to be careful of the Radiance. A gem goes down and hits the deck on one end while they get the grab onto BZZ. They lock him within his spot, but can't quite go for the finish. So many from ESPADA just barely alive here. Always want to fly, though. Should be able to get the finish onto the Skywrath Mage now. And the rest make a hasty retreat.
The biggest problem in that fight for the Radiant is that Shadow Fiend uses his BKB really early.
Yeah,
It's basically a waste. They kill the Skywrath, he runs up and starts fighting. Who was it? The
Ember Spirit.
He's
and
fighting
then
the
just
Ember a
pops
little
it.
bit.
Yeah.
And he instantly BKBs on the SF and Ember just jumps. So he's like, great, no BKB. And then when the Song of the Siren comes out, SF doesn't have BKB for the following fight. And that's the true fight that broke out. No BKB on Shadow Fiend, he is up for grabs this game. Like, he has no health. So when he doesn't have BKB, he dies in 2 hits.
Yeah, you just stole my analysis. So,
My
ESPADA.
Say it again.
ESPADA.
ESPADA.
ESPADA. Let's go.
Sorry, I'll give you the next one.
All right. The next obvious
Do you want to do the play-by-play?
No,
Since you didn't
I'll-
get to do the analysis?
I'll just say ESPADA after the next fight, and then he can go.
So he's going for, what, Hex on Ember?
Interesting. Glimmer Hex.
What do you mean Glimmer Hex?
His item build. Didn't he have Glimmer and Hex?
No, that was
Ember?
on someone else.
No, but there's also a Hex build up on Jakiro. Am I seeing
yeah,
things?
he took the GPM
Yeah,
talent.
he's going Hex
Oh.
as well. Glimmer Hex.
Whoa.
This Hex can definitely be a game winner if he does get there, but there's a long way to go.
That reduced attack speed, though, on the Gyro would have been pretty sweet, though.
If the 20 talent also made it Pierce BKB, I think it would be really strong.
Or I need
probably
you to
too
calm
strong.
down, syndereN. You're out of control right
That
now.
would probably
It's
be
only
a bit-
5
First-
seconds. You can wait it out.
That would
All
probably,
right.
that would
his
probably be a
first
25 talent,
thing
actually.
that he said about Liquid Fire, it should not miss uphill. Then it should be pure and pierce spell immunity. All right.
Come on, at 25 talent, Liquid Fire pierces spell immunity? Do you think that's too ridiculous? His 25 talents are already amazing, actually. I don't even know.
If somehow you farm Aghanim Scepter,
Oh,
Macrofire
dear.
Pure,
Don't cross the river.
He didn't. He's in the river. Oh, no. No.
he jukes.
Oh,
Song glimpse?
he's still dead, I think. Nope.
He glimpsed something.
Yeah, what did he glimpse?
Maybe Naga Illusion.
Oh.
He's still dead.
Boom! Love it. The big wind-up, the big connection. And both supports go down.
They don't have
Both.
buyback.
No
Oh,
buyback. Both
my
dead
God.
forever. Blade Mail to Reflect only takes Skywrath to about half of his life. Waits on the outside.
Bash.
Jump in from Ember. He's
No
going to fly
bash.
on out. He's gone. Gyro now going into swing. Iceberg's getting some good shots in,
Holy.
but BZZ moves in. Gets the stun, but it's too late. Gyrocopter already goes down.
That Daedalus. He
ESPADA.
predicted this 10 minutes ago.
BKB.
He knew his teammates were going to die and he would have to crit the gyro.
What?
And he got
Was
him.
it 2 in a row?
What the hell? All right, well.
He did a lot of damage at least. He got one big crit for sure. Well, is that enough though to stop the siege? Without gyro, this takes like 5 times as long. So they might actually just be able to hold with the bear with a blade mill, just running at them.
Let's see. Oh, they get the bear pretty low.
He has another one, I think. Yeah. The bear's not dying.
Oh, jump in. Chains.
Iceberg, what you doing?
Mega remnant action here. Godlike. God, the towers. Careful,
What
bro.
the hell?
Wow.
Oh, he says, my bad, my bad.
Yeah, who else's bad would it be?
My bad, guys.
You're the only one there. Maybe he means the whole game.
Dang.
Sorry.
I didn't realize.
But
he
if it's
said-
your classic pub game,
Oh.
it's your team's fault. Because why did you die before?
If only you wouldn't have died out of position first.
There's always an excuse.
There is.
That should have been you feeding, not me. Jump for the bear. How much do
that's
they want to waste
second
on
bear.
it?
Wait, was this the second
No,
one?
no, no. Oh,
No.
he lived.
Okay,
Sorry,
yes.
no. Fake
Oh, they got the
info.
net.
Ember, turn around Ember. All right.
Dude, that liquid fire was actually so long range that it looked like another spell. Like some sort of fireball.
That's what it is.
I
Liquid
mean,
fire.
yeah, but you know.
It looked more like a ball.
I hate you, Lacoste.
I don't hate you. I love you, man.
That's nice. Nice of you to say.
Keeping and fending off this mid lane pressure while the Ember's dead. Doesn't have a buyback.
Roche is up.
Roche is up.
That is going to be a Radiant Roche. Ember no buyback.
Yep.
And this game is pretty crazy, honestly. The way Ember just
Ember
died
has
there.
a buyback.
Oh, he just got it?
Yeah, just got it.
Clutch the
Wow.
bounty rune pickups.
Oh, you're right, yeah. Those 45-minute bounties.
Let's see if they realize that the Roche is up. This is a really big Roche. The Refresher Shard. There's multiple heroes that would be good on this game. I like it on the SF for double BKB.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh, double damage just spawned, and he has a bottle as well.
He forgot he has a bottle. Oh, I guess he didn't want to use this one.
All right.
Okay.
I love how he drops Refresher Shard on the ground because he didn't pick the Aegis, and then picks Aegis and puts Refresher Shard in the backpack.
Wait, does Refresher sell for 1,000? I didn't actually know that.
What? That you can
Do you
sell
think it's ever
Refresher for
worth?
1,000?
I didn't know that.
You can sell cheese for 500.
I knew that one.
But why can't you always sell cheese? If you don't pick it up first, or what? I noticed that you can't sell cheese sometimes.
Maybe
it's-
only the originator who holds it can sell it.
Yeah, the cheese
Oh yeah, you have to be
cheese
the,
store owner.
Yeah, the guy who touches it first.
the original fermenter.
Yeah. Ember didn't buy back, right? He just came back? No. Yeah.
ESPADA.
Espada. A cologne.
Well, tense game. At least Ember didn't buy back, so he will have that for the defense. Pushing into an Ember late game is actually very difficult. Whether he's physical or magical build, there's so much damage output, so much reset. And with an Aegis or a buyback, it's pretty much twice as hard. So how do Windstrike push the base is the question. They have the important talent on Lone Druid that they don't really have a solution for, so he can always just battle cry,
Yeah.
see how much damage he can do, back out, and go again.
And he has Aghanim Scepter now.
Oh, he does?
Yes.
Oh, he can start sending it to the offlane then. What's the range on battle cry? I forgot. Is it 1,000 some hundreds? 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah. So he has to be close in order for the bear to
Uh-oh,
benefit.
Iceberg. Careful. Does have the Aegis.
Well, when you have Aghanim Scepter on a bear, the best way to fight is go on 2 side lanes and bear to the furthest one, so there's spread more.
For now, they kind of congregate around 2 lanes, middle and bottom. Then a pause here. TS, I assume, is Team Speako. Having some communication problems, unfortunately. Pretty critical time for communication to be in play, so I can't really fault them if it doesn't seem to be.
Maybe Iceberg has been muted the whole game, and they just realized. They're like,
Whoa.
why are you running in?
Bro.
I've been, maybe I'm being a bit too much on Iceberg. I'm sorry, Iceberg.
Pump it up. Pump the brakes,
Pump
man.
it up.
Pump the brakes, man. Does he
He's-
have 5.9K? Or someone else? He does. He
yeah,
has
he
a lot of
does.
money.
Gonna go Satanic. He has a lot of gold in his backpack too. I don't think he needs the Aquila anymore. That slot is dead. So he can definitely get another 500 from that. And then optional to keep the bottle. Might want to do that. They have really good map control and there's double runes. So
And he swapped Refresher Shard
Yep.
for
treads.
Power Treads. Yeah, he has enough movement speed when he uses Flutter. And he can use it twice right away. You don't have enough time once you die to swap into your inventory and pop it again.
Yeah, I think this might be the better choice.
All right. Well, we'll just have to wait and see how how they're going to make their approach. Oh, I didn't realize how much farm that Skywrath has too. This guy's Kaya, all done, and 3,500. Wait, did he just buy something? What did he just get?
Ghost Scepter.
Ghost Scepter. Okay. All right. Here's Windstrike. While this happens, the classic Split pressure coming out from Nyx here to the top lane. Fend them off, but he will ultimately have to return. And there we go. Ooh, is he going to go for the hook jump in? Good rocket to provide the vision. The bear sieges forward. Can they bring down the battering ram? Well, they wounded a bit, but that's just round one, it looks like, for Windstrike. Man, they're taking this one nice and easy. I mean, the dream setup for this clockwork.
It's important for Dire that they have an Ember Spirit in this stage of the game that can safely, or at least relatively safely, go and push some sort of lane out. They need to put map pressure so they can get a response. The problem is it goes both ways now because Lone has Ags. So you can just send the bear to Ember's lane. And, okay, Ambitious. Didn't get that Ice Path. He might be getting close to this Hex soon, though, on the Jakiro. I mean, they're starting, yep, only 900 to go. It's like, there's GPM talent. 4 bounty runes coming up. Maybe ESPADA will try to get 1 or 2 of them. Or they're going to continue with the sandcastle they're building in their base. They had to leave it standing last time. This item is starting to become extremely good value, by the way. The Aeon Disc that Sanking just bought. I think they need more of them. It's a good solution to big crits from SF. It's a good solution to if they get caught by a Lone Druid Root or whatever, the Strong Dispel. Just get away. Against Clockwork Initiation. Very solid item here. I would like to see Ember maybe get a disc. He might have to now as well when the Hex comes out. Obviously doesn't purge off the Hex itself, but gives him 2 seconds of invulnerability.
What does he replace with it? He has a
that's the
Maelstrom in
tough
his
part.
backpack.
Probably
at the
Boots
moment.
of Travel when he's on defense.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, ESPADA. Go ahead.
ESPADA. So he can replace Boots of Travel when he's defending the base, swap the Aeon Disc, then swap Boots of Travel and go to the lane. ESPADA, back to you.
ESPADA.
ESPADA, back to you. Like some sort of reporter.
Back to you, ESPADA. Down mid lane, here comes Windstrike for another college try.
This push is really difficult. I think he's going to Battle Cry and then see what they can do. Oh, I got stunned first, though. That's half the Battle Cry gone.
Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's working.
Yep,
Lane mail.
Still get the tier 3.
Gong!
Bear does get dropped. That's where it may end for now. And what do you do with this if you're ESPADA in this position now?
You wait for
Aegis is
Axe
gone.
Disruptor.
Oh,
He has a GPM talent too now.
You'll be waiting a while.
Oh, the Shrines.
More money!
Guess we'll take that then.
And Ember Spirit picks up Aeon Disc.
Nice. So,
ESPADA.
and he's going to shove the Shivas into his backpack. And now I think they're going to go. Purple stuff. It's on Misha. Why'd you say you hit that thing and we go? No? Okay.
Oh, Skywrath Mage is Skywrath Mage is almost 25. So that means he's gonna have 300 GPM if he wants to go for it. He doesn't have Aghanim Scepter yet. Would you, if you had Aghanim Scepter completed, would you go for Mystic Flare or GPM?
How much damage is it again? 600?
Plus 600.
I think I'll take the GPM. Mystic Flare is... like, there's gonna be multiple BKBs and Aeon Discs when you get that late into the game. But if he can get like a Hex or a Disc...
I agree.
Well, he can get wrecked. Let's see.
Oh, top lane.
Does slide away, though. I may have spoken too soon. Oh, the silence to stop the sleep. Disruptor will be fine.
Meanwhile, on the
And
top
a Ghost
lane,
Scepter. Bear scratching.
they popped the Glyph as well.
Oh, there we go. Now we're going in. Gyrocopter looking to man up here with the BKB. Fighting on forward. Silent not having any of it at the moment here.
As a cheese,
Pop
he
the
needs to
pipe,
use it.
run back the other side. Beats the cheese. The glimpse back in while he has the full life. They look to gun him down yet again. Big's fighting on in. Disc is going to be popped on the back end of his BKB.
Bash Root!
But they are getting roots. The bear will get dropped.
Epicenter into Radiance. Did not work.
No, unfortunately not. Safety call out.
Oh, if they had anything left to chain with this, they could have won the game perhaps with a BKB Requiem or something like that. But I think BKB is on cooldown for SF.
It's so hard to play against level 25 Lone Druid with Aghanim Scepter. And the only one who kind of deals damage is Ember Spirit with Slight. Yeah, okay, Gyro deals some right-click damage, but when he pops the Battle Cry, they can do this all day.
ESPADA.
Yep. Just reset and go again, I guess.
Wait for the next Roche. Roche may respawn in 30 seconds.
It's a very different game than pretty much all the others we've watched so far. Very close. ESPADA very resilient in their high guard defense. They even have taken the net worth lead due to some of these holds. Didn't even realize the swing back was that far. But
this game has been very up and down.
yeah, the cores are definitely just beginning to shine a bit now as the gyro gets stronger and the Ember gets stronger.
The threes are unusually poor, though. If you do the math on this, they both have like 300 GPM, right?
That's Clockwork, and yeah, well, Sanking has a lot of farm, way more farm.
This is really low GPM, minute 54 on these position threes. Clockwork is understandable, the hero doesn't farm that much, but a Sanking would generally like to be 20k net worth right now.
Oh boy, they're looking for the move! Nice connection with the Burrow onto 2, a follow-up. Static Storm will help annihilate the Naga. Cock trapped inside a bit as he looks to fight things out. The Disruptor.
Oh, he hit so hard!
Taking apart. Gyro running out the other end, but they look to chase him down. The Lone Druid on the other end. Looking to hunt and finish off the Ember Spirit. 3 buybacks are available for Dire's side.
That connection from Sanking was just not good. He gets the Shadow Fiend, but there's no follow-up, so he basically puts himself in a horrible position and forces his team to back him up, and the counterplay from Windstrike is super easy there. Just hookshot in, get someone caught, and just start mauling them.
He's all in with the damage.
Oh, here
Double
we go.
damage, Bloodthorn.
All on that Sand King, who just got his BKB up. They took advantage of that window real hard. Now they're looking to go in for Always Want to Fly. They chain him down before he can TP out. They'll take the Dragon too.
That's a gem.
Set him back for the finish and claim his gem. Looks like the bear is left behind, but they're hoping for something else. As they continue to chase on in, the bear is already long gone. The real bear man.
I love that fight. Somebody won.
What?
That's it. Somebody
I
won.
love that fight. Somebody won.
So buyback on a Sanking and buyback on Disruptor. Man, I wish this Disruptor was more farmed. With GPM talent, he might get Aghanim Scepter. Would you? I would.
Buyback either.
I would. I would sell, earn Magic Wand and Glimmer Cape and buy Aghanim Scepter. Glimmer Cape is not going to change the fight, but the Aghanim Scepter will.
It will if he ever is in position to even cast the spell. I think he might need a dagger.
Lots of damage on the bear. Almost finishes him off. Real nice.
I mean, if it's your only shot, like you know that your cores don't have a buyback, and if they die, if you lose a fight, you're gonna die anyway, lose the game.
Yeah, if your back's against the wall and it's your last play, sure. But I think for now,
right now it's still fine.
Anything can happen still.
Roche spawned. Is it 4th or 5th Roche? Probably 4th.
This is the 4th, because there was one with Refresher before. Do they have any of the stuff left on Radiant from the last one? I think they used all of it. Cheese, Aegis, and Refresher Shard when they pushed bottom.
Yeah, all gone.
They used everything and didn't get the tower. That is a really good hold.
Now it's another reset kind of position, but the Roche is already up. It's a matter of them finding a good opportunity to be able to make it happen here.
I feel like level 20 concussive shot global on Scarlet Mage is really weak. First of all, if he is in jungle, if you can do the math, you might know where the ward is when it hits you. If you let's say you see him, and then you're gonna know where the ward is. And it's not that good. The travel speed is really bad.
It gives some advantages in fights when you're backing out or you've cast all your other spells and you need to play really safe. You can always connect it. But the other talent isn't bad either. Like 15% is nothing. It's no joke.
It would be 60%
yeah,
more. If you combine that with something else, someone has a whale on your team.
He does.
Or if you get a whale.
Oh, it's more. It's 70. No, never mind. It was 15. Yeah. Yeah, 60 plus Veil. It's insane. Completely bonkers.
Definitely assisted in that burst of the Shadow Fiend right out the front door there in that previous fight. And without gyro necessary, they could just kind of flex that kind of DPS power.
Yeah, but global concussive, when you get Aghanim Scepter, is so much better, I think. You can use it 2-3 times maybe if you just stay back, cast your spells if you don't die. Once the BKBs are down and then you hit concussive shot.
What is it the exact effect is on Ags on Skywrath? When you cast one of the spells,
Doubles.
it casts another one, but
Yes.
how? Is it does it have like a radius?
It prioritizes heroes.
Yeah, but let's say you cast Concussive Shot from 3,000 range away. Do you cast 2?
Yes, you should.
Are you sure about that?
Pretty sure.
Can't I highlight it with like alt or something? No.
That's the wrong spell.
Doesn't look like it highlights anyways.
Does it not? I can't remember. I know it like you cast
mean,
an
it
extra
gives-
spell, but you cast it close to the other target you're targeting. But Concussive
But if
Shot
it's
isn't
global,
targeting. Concussive Shot doesn't target anything. I don't know. We might see it happen. I don't remember actually if I've seen it before.
a radius 170. 170 of what? Of a target that's standing there? So
Does it say that on Concussive Shot? I think that's just the
No.
radius of the explosion damage.
He's saying for Mystic Flare radius.
never mind, I'm stupid.
Not gonna argue with that.
Espada.
Espada?
Espada stuck in their base.
I mean, they are stuck in their base. Slowly inching out. But it's Windstrike who have the Aegis here to kind of hold.
Yeah, it feels like a game where we're reaching that point now where we said the Radiant would fall off, and it's still really, really hard for them. You can tell they have all the advantages in the world, right? They have Aegis, Cheese, Refresher Shard, all 3 waves pushed in, and it's still difficult for them. But at least they're holding the advantage, and they're trying to overcome their weaknesses with itemization, like this soon-to-be Lotus Orb and Jakiro with the Hex he bought. They're making sure their other heroes scale. We were very focused on the
search
SF
radius 700.
700. So,
Yes.
so there needs to be 2 heroes next to each other.
Yeah.
There needs to be another hero within 700 range of the concussive you cast.
Well,
then
that's,
you cast
that's
another.
really good for a team fight.
Yeah.
There's gonna be
Excellent.
2 heroes.
Yep. That's what I thought, that it had a radius. Cool.
Well, it makes more sense than sending 2 concussive shot in two different sides of the map.
It's a good way of confusing them, though, with where the ward actually is.
Yeah.
One of them is like at a lane, and they get confused.
All right, slow approach here as Windstrike get the lanes, moved on in. I don't know if Iceberg is going to be granting them the same kind of opportunities to get picked off right outside the base. But they also have the Bear at attendance in the top lane, moving things forward. Just not sure what the best approach is going to be here. I mean, do you just dangle Iceberg in front like that with the Aegis just sieging the tower?
I think the bear is still your best bet. Ideally, if you want to get really cute, you can start pushing S4 with Naga plus SF in the same lane, and you put the bear in the other lane. But the bear doesn't have the right items to siege. It doesn't have a Deso, it doesn't have a Mask of Madness, or a Shadow Blade, so he can like sneak it into the base. But possibly that could be a play, that they do a 4+1 similar to how you often push with Lycan. Okay, there's a couple of missiles there. Nice damage.
It is pretty good.
It's like a random rooted bear out in the middle of nowhere.
So what do you swap on a bear?
I think
Blade Mail?
if you're pushing, you swap Blade Mail and Abyssal. They don't give very much damage. You get the Deso Mask. Or, yeah, maybe you can swap out the bots. I don't know. He just needs to hit the tower. The problem is he can't battle cry it unless he's within 1,000 range, so the team fight that they do on the other side of the map has to be forced in such a way that it doesn't need the battle cry to hit. It's tricky. Like those kind of plays are pretty dangerous, but Song is a pretty good safety net, so I think they could try for it if they want.
And they have a refresher on a bear, so he can use double Savage Roar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
What up,
Yeah.
nerds?
Oh, there you go. There's 2 concussive shots.
Nice. And they've just been stuck in this spot. That's both teams.
Yeah,
Everyone has a buyback.
that's good.
Nobody wants to be that guy that starts the fight wrong. It causes the whole game.
That's such a positive panel. Everyone's like, yes. You pretty rarely see this, actually.
Alright, glyph used.
That's good. That cost them an Aegis, but they're making progress.
It's a slow inch.
1 glyph per Aegis. What a progress, huh?
He got the tower, right? Or did he have that already?
I don't think they had the tower yet.
He hit the tower.
So I'm wondering if he should start taking range tracks instead of these melees. If he should try for the range first. Just take slowly. Oh, he's got a moon shard now. That's good. Oh, he has had that for a while. He has 9,000 gold. Okay. Might want to buy an item. What's the current gold of the heroes? Can you bring that one up? Is it T, I think?
Yeah, it was T. Good for you.
Holy. Alright.
You win, Ember. He's trying to save it for the extra slot.
Waiting for the recession.
Box out. Concussive shots. No one's thinking about diving in.
It's
Slow
gonna.
siege.
Yeah. Oh,
There you
this is
go.
big. They don't
Okay,
have glyph
okay.
for this one.
All right.
Get
This
it.
is gone.
Refresher. Full lane. Just keep hitting. Sorry. I got way too invested in
And
that.
then the shot. They move in. Stack Storm's going to connect. They're looking to get the blow up on Gyro. He's gone. Has a buyback. Song comes out.
Good song. Oh, he died. Never mind.
Clock drop. They do barely bring back the Naga a bit. Nick's moving in. Well, Gyro's not buying back, so ESPADA are not looking to pursue.
Oh, that's an important buyback. Oh, it's... Now we're talking progress. He almost got a full lane, and it cost him a refresher shard.
Yep.
Now we
Put
should
the
just
blade
buy a
back.
BKB on both him and Bear, probably.
BKB on the bear is what he's
At least on a
good.
Bear, yes.
Maybe you should use the 10,000 gold you have. I mean, I'm no expert on Lone Druid, but
Maybe invest the money. Anything, please.
how much does he need for
There's
buyback?
BKB.
How expensive is his buyback?
Oh,
only
3.5.
3,600.
3,500, bro.
Well, okay.
Well, he just got a BKB, so.
Pocket money.
Is that coming to him? Is that coming to Bear Boy?
Bear boy.
Tim, backpack.
Yeah.
And Bear. All right.
I think before he gets BKB on himself, he should max out his bear's pushing potential. I think that's more important. Ideally, he doesn't want to take damage on his hero for the rest of the game.
Okay, here
he
we
just
go.
wants to hit buildings.
Big jacked battering ram, 10-second BKB, double
Yeah,
damage Bear.
that's some shit right
That's
there.
the closest to a
Let's go.
raccoon right there, actually. We should have looked at
Yeah.
the bear first.
Mad value double damage
That's
for
a
that
raccoon.
plus 65. 65 damage rune.
Go.
Minute 65. Big difference.
Get in there.
It's mental damage.
Yeah. He needs a Deso. He really should have Deso. Oh!
Oh, BKB, insta-pop, fight back. Aeon disc, though.
Oh. It looked like that might have got exciting, but...
Nice back on Gyro.
Oh, shit. There comes the Rocket Barrage. Well.
Song, setup, or to bail out? To bail.
Do they have vision? Because he can get glimpsed here.
Where's our Disruptor? There he is.
Can't reach. He has Axe. Did you mention that already?
I
No.
did not mention that already.
That's a big
Did
item.
he just glimpse in an illusion? Sounds like it.
He still has glimpse already,
Oh
so
no,
I don't think he
thought
cast
I heard
it.
it. Oh.
Oh,
Nice.
the
Quick
timing
escape.
on that. Oh, good Hex.
Oh, but they do manage to slide him back to the other side. Ember jumps in, doesn't get much out of it, slides to the high ground. BZZ joins him. Jump back to the other side. Stack Storm on the mid lane though. Opportunity to blast apart the Lone Druid.
He still has a bear.
And he's going to be out.
He still has the bear.
The Bear's still on the field fighting it. Gyrocopter going to get finished off. Buyback from BZZ. Buyback from the Ember. Gyro still doesn't want to come back though. And the rest of the team hustle their way back if possible.
Look at that concussive, bro.
Big deal in that fight that Axe on Lone Druid keeps his bear alive. It helped them clean up the remaining heroes after Lone got killed.
So do you think they had to settle for the Lone Druid himself and they should have prioritized the Bear in a fight like that?
I think they shouldn't even try to go for him. I think they need to kill SF. He deals way too much damage relative to his health right now. Any pick on the SF, he just gets blown up. He has 26 armor and 2400 health. It's nothing, minute 70.
Yeah.
He has no. He only has the regular butterfly evasion, I think. Do they have MKBs on anyone? Ember has the True Strike Talon, right?
No, he
No?
had the different 10 spell amp.
Oh, yeah. That's the problem they're running into here. They actually.
Gyro has True Strike with Monkey King, but
Yeah, he has an
75% True Strike.
I don't know. In a way, Ember is kind of paying the price right now for not having the physical build because they can't burst a single target with their lineup with anything else than a Hex stun into Skywrath combo.
I mean, it's 70-minute game. Both of Ember and Gyro, who are one of the best Divine Rapier carriers in the game, they don't have a single one.
Yeah, true story. That's not what it's called.
And no one has a nullifier in both teams.
True story, bro.
ESPADA.
ESPADA.
Yeah. Is that Roche? Roche is up again. Let's go.
Roche number 4?
Number 5.
Number 5. All right, we've made it.
So this is Horadric Cube territory, as per discussed yesterday.
We're going to sacrifice the blood right. Oh, shit. Jump in from the clockwork. Hook back, though.
That's
and
a good
this
trade.
popped.
Yeah, I got a disc out of that.
Flying him
Another
back.
disc pop.
These disc pops are pretty important. This is actually Roche for them. Two of their heroes are left.
This is
fragile.
actually really good. Clockwork went for rocket flare damage, so he pops disc with probably 2 rockets on supports.
Yeah, that talent is great, actually. I think it's really, really good. 125 damage. Great for wave clear. Gives you a lot more damage in fights. Roche is dead. They are too late again.
Glimpse all the way out from the Naga. Frees up some wiggle room so they're not going to get locked in their spot. But jump in,
disc.
catch now. Onto that Skywrath Mage. They're going to be doing this without the benefit of that extra life. Just shredded apart the Disruptor. The follow-up Ember Spirit also going to be gone for 2 minutes without a buyback. I think this finally may be it, gentlemen. ESPADA going down here potentially. But the reapproach, moving in. Gyro trying to find it out, but he doesn't have anything else to offer. A buyback for him, but without Ember Spirit,
Rocket,
without Sand King, it may be too much. Skywrath Mage will also buy himself back. And they will give the high ground an attempted hold, but I fear that this may be too tall of an order.
This may be top 5 richest loan druid of all time in Dota. I seem to remember there being a 50,000 net worth loan at TI3 with Burning in a game.
48,000.
This is very rich. The game is also not over yet. He'll get a bit more.
Moving in. Just the 3 of them trying to hold it on their own. A Macro Pyre dropped. A jump on in from the Clockwork. They try to shred him apart. Can they get the finish on the Gyro? Yes, they can. That's going to be the game. This one is over. Wind Strike. Get her done. At 3 games.
Oh, that's one
Nearly
long
72
ass
minutes
game. Yeah.
into the game. Holy moly.
I think this is the longest game that we've seen in qualifiers so far.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably. Wow. A hard-fought fight. Entertaining series, for sure. I feel bad because, you know, we're on like our bitter end of a crazy, ridiculous schedule, so we may not be juicing it up for how hype it is, but it is certainly a hype series. Purge, my goodness, so great to see you. Welcome back to the couch. How did you enjoy that?
Oh, I was sleeping.
Lengthy break right there.
No,
Did you get a good coma in?
I was watching. There was a lot of hexes. That seemed to be a big deal. It was a lot of like just really strong late game team fight things. Like I thought the Dire team was going to win it around like 50 to 60 minutes, but then just every fight was so hard. It was always songs and snares and ice paths, and having to play through all those things repeatedly, and the hexes meant that it was just hard for Gyro to even get Satanic off half the time. And like there weren't enough item slots, and the Radiant team had an extra set. So I mean, how do you beat that?
I think the Radiant got 5 Roches, right? Did one of them go to the Dire?
Is there a way I can see how many Roches on this post screen?
I don't remember.
They definitely need to add that.
I think you might be able to, but I don't remember where it is.
They got at least 4.
Yeah.
So you can see Aegis on this.
Yeah, you can check the Aegis.
Yeah, there's
right?
4 in
Where is-
4 in
where-
Shadowfiend.
Oh, Shadow.
Third from the top.
Ah, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5.
Yeah,
5.
that's the game. That's why they win, actually.
Yeah. And for how many times they managed to catch that Shadow Fiend, too. Imagine how much worse it would have been if he didn't have that extra life in those occasions.
And the Lone Druid BKB perk was huge. I really thought Lone Druid was going to fall off really late game like he usually does, but having Battle Cry be a BKB and having a BKB on top of that made everything so much easier. Normally you can just kill the bear we'll make him resummon it, maybe wait out the BKB, then kill it again, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, easy, we win now. But it was
And
just a lot more.
The reason they can't kill it is that it's a magic damage ember. If they have physical damage heroes, 70 minutes in, the bear dies. But he pops BKB on it. There's a flak cannon, spread damage carry gyro without ever getting a rapier. He didn't have a Daedalus either, I think, so his single target is largely insignificant, and the bear is kind of just playing its own game every fight.
Yeah, I
was
think if they had a couple of rapiers, they could have turned this game.
Yeah.
What was Gyro's final item build?
It was Satanic, Aghanims, BKB, AC, MKB. Did I say MKB or BKB? And Butterfly.
Yeah.
Butterfly.
And he had Mjolnir in backpack, not even finished.
I feel like it's one of those cases we've talked about where you're buying items to stay in the game, not to
Yeah.
win the game. Like, the game-winning item in that game is Rapier. And at some point, you're going to have to take the risk. And if you don't, you're not hitting hard enough. A Gyro without
Yeah.
Rapier's minute 70 is a pretty bad hero, actually.
Yeah.
You have to do it. And he didn't take the risk.
Doesn't mean it's going to cost him his tournament life, though. Thankfully, there is a lower bracket for ESPADA, and they will get to battle it out
ESPADA.
there. But for now, this
ESPADA.
means congratulations to Windstrike. They are now moving on into the grand finals, and they'll await their opponent in a best-of-5, all battling it out for just one spot. We're going to be cutting to a break, because I'm sure we need it after that lengthy, exciting game. So when we come back, it's time for more TI8 qualifier action.